Welcome back to American Beef Ranch. Today we've got chickens to water, cows to chase, and other shenanigans to get into. Today I'm going to water these chickens. It is at the end of the day, and somebody's probably thinking, Jesse, how come every time you have to vlog, you have to chase cows? And that's a valid question, but today I have a valid reason. It's because it was super windy yesterday and it actually blew the hot wire over. So yeah, that's the exact reason why I have to go ahead and chase cows again. I'm gonna yeet some stuff in there for the chicken and get them some more water. Because if you didn't know, eggs are mostly water. Okay, so there we go. You know how I know these cows are bad? You know how I know? Because they literally came up behind and now look at them. They're right here. You know what? This one should have a baby on her side and she doesn't. That one should be on your dinner plate, or, well, that one's next year's dinner plate, but that guy can be on your dinner plate. So if you guys need some beef, go to the dang website. So I've got all of these to get in, but what I gotta do first is obviously go open a gate, because they're not gonna cross the wire that they crossed to get out to get back in, because that's just not how cows work. It's ridiculous. Let's go open a gate. I'm really beginning to question my ability to secure a panel, because again, they've ran through that panel. Freaking ridiculous. Walking over wire, running through panel, weeds go into wire, it just will not stop. So this gate's got to come open. It's not the best. We've got to untwist here the doohickey here. Oh, and it has got cold. Winter showed up. Tomorrow's December 1st, probably when you guys will see this video. So yeah, winter showed up. It was only like maybe got to, I don't even think it got to 40 degrees here today. And it's been, last week it was 56. And so, you know, definitely chilly. So now this gate will be open. Most likely I can get all the cows to run right back down here. It looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cows that are good. A quarter of the animals or less. Let's go gather, get them in before we lose sunlight, because it's going fast. I don't know what got into them. They decided to move themselves the wrong way. They need to go exactly that way, not that way. Cows. I don't even know what to do. Like, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna run down here and get these ones, push them up with these ones, just so they're all together. Because if they're not all together, then these ones are gonna be here and they're gonna stay here, but this one's gonna go the other way. And it's like, what are we even doing? That's the wrong direction, cow. It's the wrong direction. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, go that way. She's headed the right way now. But we got to go get them other ones up around the hill and get them going the right direction. Because they're going to go around the back of my house. I guess it's fine, but then we can shoot them back over that gate. So this is nice. This is irrigated now. 15 more acres of pasture ground for, well, the cows. The only really thing we're going to have to do, I think, honestly, I'm not gonna seed it. I'm just gonna, well, I may put some rye or something out here, but we'll just water it, build a fence around it, and call it probably good. But there's more cows out here to the west. This 1 5-acre chunk of this 15-acre pivot's really rocky. I have to probably fix that a little bit, but let me go get around these other ones, and then, yeah, you know, chase cows as the sun goes down. Beautiful sunset though. So I want to make this a wedding venue. I know it doesn't look like much, but one day it will look like a lot or something. I had to stop because there used to be a building up here and it blew over in a windstorm, and there's just junk everywhere, and I haven't ever had the chance to clean it up. So come on, hop, 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 hop. You can, you guys can see. So that's some things hopefully this winter that we can work on. Maybe, probably not, because I'm gonna be working on a pivot project. But yeah, just getting these cows and steers and animals moved out of here. Come on. This one's usually good, and I don't know why. There she goes. That is a 2-year-old that just had her first calf this year. Had a good calf, was a good mom, so that's great, but it keeps giving me attitude. Let's see what else. Looks like I got a water tank over here. There's a hydrant right there. Doesn't work. We do have a water tank we could use though. Keep pushing them east. The sun has gone down over the horizon. It don't take long this time of year. And I also forgot, because I got in a hurry, I need to go collect eggs also. So we got to collect eggs before it gets dark. Hopefully you guys can see that, but I don't know. Hope you guys can see that how green this is. We watered this pasture like the last 4 days before water shut off, and man, it really came on strong. So really excited about the potential. There's a lot of grass, there's still a lot of weeds, but I think we're just gonna go with the old graze, mow, repeat cycle. There's really no point for us to put fertilizer down and do all that stuff. Like, yeah, if we put stuff, inject stuff in the pivots, we'll probably inject it on anyway. Like, we'll have the biology going on for sure. That'll help. But for pasture, and we'll have the impact from the cows, like, I think it'll be a good combination, just kind of see what happens without any input. If anything, we'd probably plant some, you know, higher quality grass, just like, you know, some ryegrass or something to add a little bit of sugar content to the feed, and a couple of legumes, maybe some alfalfa and some clover, just to help with the protein. Other than that, though, you know, and maybe we just overseed with that stuff. We could spend more time cleaning rocks and doing stuff like that than anything else would be worth building a fence. Come on, cows! Hep, 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 hep. Hep, 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 hey! Literally, yeah, like, I don't know, 80% of these cows are out. Hey, look, Blackjack's brother, half brother, looking good. The other one's up there. I'm really impressed with them Red Bulls. I said it before, but wow, looking good. Hep, 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 hep. Maybe I should get a four-wheeler too. I think it's time for a four-wheeler. There's the other bull, right there. He's getting better. Like I said, he's kind of the ugly duckling, the little bit later maturing, not exactly what we want, but we're also gonna look at him at 2 years old. If at 2 years old, he's what we want, he's what we want calves going to the rail looking like, then he's probably usable for us. And we also, you know, want to be able to have the genetics to make sure that we can tune in the size just right for what we're looking for. Being very, very, very specific, you know, 1,000 to 1,100 pound cows. And if he gives us the 1,000, 1,100 pound cows that are short and wide, that's the bull we want to go with versus the other ones. The other thing that a lot of people don't realize about cattle, they're really not fully mature until about 5 years old. They do a lot of changing from that 2-year-old to 5-year-old stage. I know there's a cow in here specifically that she was kind of a little funky, maybe not ideal for what you're looking for as a smaller animal. But as a 5-year-old or 6-year-old now, she's like ideal. Like, she's short and fat and wide and awesome for grass-fed finished beef. But it's just things that happen. Come on now, hep, hep, hep. Moon's out, hep. They know right where to go. They're going. We got to cross though. Yeah. I do need to fill that trench in better. That's the power and water. Well, that's part of the power for that pivot up behind the house that made that green patch. And what are you? Oh my goodness! Look, I got a straggler stuck up here on the hill. What are you doing? At my house. You're going the wrong way. Go, go, go. That cow is really old, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty impressed with how good she looks for being like, I don't know, 14 years old or so. I'm about to lose my grill guard. You see it? I'm gonna have to fix that. We're all headed, and the other cows, they hit the gate and now they're running because, you wanna know why? Because their water's over there in that pasture. There's no other water for them. So yeah, I'm sure they're super excited to get over there. We just gotta get this cow and go figure out what happened to the fence, or at least fix the fence in one spot, and then go collect eggs. They're all in, even the straggler. She's had bad, kind of a little funky hip for a long time. For like, I'm talking 4 or 5 years. Pretty much ever since she got here, she's had a funky hip. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. Funky hip. Never been perfect, but she could have been 10 years old when he got here, so she could be 14 now. There were some old cows in that group. She's a little slow, but she gets around and she still has babies. That's the big thing. Still has babies. So gate is up. Let's go. Beautiful sunset. Gosh, Idaho's pretty awesome if you haven't figured it out, and if you have figured it out, well, good, you figured it out. We're gonna run over to the fencer. I know the fence is laying on the ground. I'm gonna fix it right there tonight, and then we gotta collect eggs before it gets too much darker. All right, you can see super loosey-goosey, which does not make any sense considering everything is still hooked up, still blinking. So the only thing I can think of is that I have no idea because it gets tight. What is going on? Okay, so I'm gonna go to the other end. There's a reel on the other end. I didn't think the reel had any wraps on it, but maybe it does. So I found a couple things. I don't know if that's it. It was wrapped around this post, not in the eyelet here. It was wrapped around here, and then it's still pretty tight, and now it's kind of evened out. But I'm still thinking maybe that reel, which I can just tighten the reel up, make it much better, and we can turn it on and they'll stay in, maybe, hopefully. I definitely would like a ditch mower to get this stuff, but I'm guessing maybe the weeds or something got into it. But this guy, looks like somebody was just screwing with the lock on the wheel, which I've got relatched and tightened up. Hopefully that's tight enough. Should be tight enough. We're gonna turn the fence back on. Okay. Blink. Okay, we are good. This is so much better now. Yeah, definitely just came loose at the spool. So that way tomorrow, when those pesky cows come back here to get out again, they run in that wire and it goes It's really not that intense, but it does knock them in the nose because that's what they reach with first, which you would think maybe they would learn that reaching with the wet part of your body is probably not the best idea. To collect our eggs, we are going to have to do a few things this week. We're going to have to move our chickens this week for sure. But anyway, collect some eggs, which you guys ain't going to see nothing. So I'll collect and then grab you. Eggs collected, and they are finally, gosh, these chickens are like 23 weeks old. They are golden sex links, black sex links, barred rock, and other stuff. But stay tuned. This week we are going to be enclosing these roost bars to make it like part of the trailer. That way more chickens can roost and feel a part of the shenanigans, you know. So I am going to try to get these guys in real quick. See if we can do it. I think it's this post. Come on, girls. There you go. Anyway, we're going to enclose that deal, and we're going to finally, these dang chickens are laying. They just have not laid. We had Isa Browns last year in the last year's herd, and they were just so much better. And so unfortunately, I think that's the breed we're gonna have to stick with. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless. We'll see you next time on American Beef Ranch. And if you know anybody that has $100,000 that wants to invest in chickens, have I got a deal for you.